$2.45 per share. So for 10 contracts, that would be 5,450, and for 20 contracts, that would be about $10,900. Now we can see that it has made a decent profit just in the last 5 days. So we have a profit of about $1,200 on the FXE. Let's go take a look at the charts of FXE, because we have a lot of time for this trade, and I want to be sure that we whatever we do, we do it properly. So this is today's trade, and you can see that the euro has crashed today again. Euro problems are not going away. In fact, they are increasing, and the euro has been in a downward trend. So our selection of the long put was perfect for this kind of a trade. But we do have a nice profit here. So what I want to do is go back to my monitor trade. I still think it can come down to even below the 130 level. I don't want to close out my position, even though we have a $1,200 profit. But what I want to do is take some profit off the table, and therefore that gives you much more room for the others, for the trade to play out some more. So let's come here. We've got 20 contracts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just 25% of that. So I'm going to take 5 contracts off the table, book our profits on those 5 contracts, and let the other contracts still run and go on from there. So we got our fill on FXE. Now you see we have only 15 contracts left. We booked a profit. We had a profit of $11.50 on the day. We booked some of the profit. We still have $900 profit on the positions that we have open. And our theta is only $17. So we are losing only $17 on a daily basis. So that's very little theta decay. That's because we have 142 days to expiry. So we've gone out a long time. This is a September option. So we've gone out a long time on this trade. So this is much more of a longer term trade. So we did take some profits off, which is always a good practice. But again, you have to let this trade also run, because it's got a lot more room to go, I believe. So let's see how that works. We've got a $900 profit on this, and for now we'll just monitor this trade and come back to it in another 3-4 days and see how FXE is doing. If it goes down to the 129 level, then we'd probably take about 5 more contracts off the table. But you also have to, when you do things like that, you have to make sure, you can't really make sure, you can never make sure of anything in the markets, but you also have to be aware that at some point FXE might make a turnaround. So if it turns around and starts going up, then you're giving up the profit that you already have. So it is some kind of a tight balance that we are playing here. But in the case of the FXE, it's a macro play, because FXE is purely a play on what is going on in Europe. So if you're following what's going on in Europe, that's great.